Today is going to be an extremely long day.
That's pouring rain.
We're at 158 tons of gas. We're going from Miami to South Korea. We're getting to dodge some of these thunderstorms. One of the longest days that you're ever going to see a pilot have.
It's a massive girl to fly on. Man, I've got to be crazy flying something that big.
In just a couple of minutes, the notification from my airline is going to come through.
From this point, you have 3 hours until the plane is scheduled to take off.
My guess is this total day is going to be a little under 21 hours, but as soon as this alarm goes off, we're going to start the clock and get it going. Then we're going to, okay, well, with a couple seconds, I guess. I'm just going to start the clock right now to see how long this day ends up being, so you can see during a 16-hour flight what I do to stay entertained. I have a checklist before I leave a hotel room. That way I don't forget anything that's really important. I have to verify that I have both my chargers for my personal phone, my work phone, my personal iPad, my work iPad, my computer that I do my editing on, my AirPods so I can listen to music and have noise canceling while I'm in flight, my sunglasses, my badge, my passport, because it'd be hard to get in Korea without it, my wallet, my phone. I just checked everything. Let's head down and wait for the crew. So it's about 30 minutes before the van's supposed to pick us up. I don't normally come down this early. Since I'm vlogging everything, I'm having to move at a much quicker pace to get everything done. I've already written down the paperwork stuff that I normally do before every flight to verify, check the weather. That's all done. Now I'm just waiting down here for the crew. And we're gonna load up and head out. Grab a van, head over to the plane. Get everything legally signed to fly the plane. Today, we're on a 747-8, typically referred to as a Dash 8. The Dash 8's a little bit different. It's got much bigger engines, new wing style. It is a beautiful aircraft. Now we're at the fun part. I got the crew to go out to the plane a little bit early, so I had time to do my walk-around responsibilities and, well, talk to you.
These planes are so big, but they're my normal now. Where the tires come up to me, I'm 6 feet tall, so it's a massive girl to fly on. And you always gotta watch little fins. People ram their head into it, doing something stupid like probably making a YouTube video, but those things, that would hurt if you hit your head on that. See these pins right here, right here? Those pins are how we check to make sure that the brake pads aren't worn down too much. Now you see back here, these things right here, those are known as cookie sheets. These cookie sheets are gonna go up there and freight will go on them. We don't have a lot of freight because we're so heavy on fuel. But they're almost done. Obviously there's some other freight that's going to go probably in the belly area, which is not responsible to check. The fueler up here, obviously got about 167 tons on board. It's going to be a long flight.
It actually took 6 fuel trucks to fill this up to get our plane here up to 167 tons.
Time to get up and get the rest of my chores done before we blast out of here.
I always crouch down to make sure they properly close the door. Time to go fly. Right now we're getting tugged around inside the Western U, which is this area right here on the airport. And we're going to be taking off of runway 9. It's time to start the engines, and I need to really be paying attention to doing this pilot thing. We're headed out to Incheon. I'm actually going to take the first rest, which is about 3.5 hours. I got my computer out on these long flights. Typically what I do editing for part of the time. Maybe close my eyes, watch a little movie, hopefully get some rest, but the most of the rest is going to happen on the back side of the flight. And then I'm going to be sitting up there for a little over 7 hours. And then I'll come back here and probably nap the rest of the flight. So let me give you a tour here. I'm going to show you my side of the bunk. I got it all set up for the other pilot. This here is our phone in case we need to get a call. These are all the different seats up here. This is the galley area. We got a couple of different coolers here. It's a little special ice tray in here, which is almost out of ice, which is not good. Here, it's all the water area. This thing will actually kick it out the door and it becomes a slide. All of our medical stuff is up in here. Here we have the different lights and we can control the temperatures and zones up here. I'm gonna get some editing and then we'll hop up on the flight deck in a little bit. I'm gonna try to do what's known as quarters. Most pilots do halves. But that's gonna be, you know, roughly a 7-hour break in the middle. And if you don't get rest during that 7-hour break, it gets really hard the second half of the flight. So I try to do quarters. I'll get 3.5-hour breaks or something like that. That way, if I don't get rest on the first break, then I can have rest for sure on the second break. On a day this long, you're definitely gonna need to take a nap. Well, I finished my break. I watched a little bit of Netflix. I did some editing, and then I took a little bit of a nap, woke up. I keep these AirPods in. They have noise canceling. On a long flight like this, there's a lot of external noise which you can hear in the background of the mic. Keeping your hearing protected is important. I'm gonna be up on the flight decks for the next, I guess, 7+ hours here. Time for me to go to work. I replaced the other FO and spent part of my time with the captain, and then when his first half of the flight was over, I took over as the relief captain of the flight. Most of the time we're up there looking out the window at some of the cool things that we get to see along the way, which is why I really like flying with the sun. We saw this fire that was going on over, looked like Utah. ATC also gave us a new squawk code, which is one of the ways they identify us. They say it's randomly generated, but come on, 7407? And now I'm gonna go back and sleep. I feel tired. I've been about 14.5 hours going. I'm gonna take a nap for about the next 3.5 hours or so. Then we'll have about 1 more hour until we land, and we'll see how long it takes us to get to the hotel. Time for a nap, no more vlogging. I got woken up about an hour out, and as you can see here, we're getting to dodge some of these thunderstorms as we're trying to get to the airport without visiting Kim Jong-un. Once we landed, we got a race UPS here to the parking area. We got to get off to this little tree.
We finally landed. It's pouring rain just in time to do a walk around. Perfect.
Now we just need to make it through all the custom lines with this nice special crew line in a beautiful city here of Incheon, South Korea. Here's what I can tell you. It's been about 20.5 hours since the original wake-up call, and that doesn't include all the time to get everything done before. At the airlines, you don't count as being on duty until an hour and a half from the time that alert goes off. They have never done this flight before. For me, like 10 hours is good, 16.5. Just the flight portion ended up being about 16.5 hours. That's a long time for me. I had a couple of meals. Luckily, I did end up getting a nap after I went back on break. I took a hard 3-hour nap. That was great. It made me be pretty awake for everything that needed to happen, but now I'm 100% ready to take a shower and be done. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, keep the blue side up.